Left jab, uppercut, leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss, now you counting stars. Should've practiced more, should've hit the mask, get out there more. Claim that you're the best, you gotta show me son. Actions over words, baby boy, is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports,
Yo, shout out to the hottest chat in the MFing game. A-side official, no negotiations needed. Period. You already know the first in the building. Carlos Rosado is on deck. Salute to your brother. Salute to everyone that's on this Sunday morning grind. You already know. Salute to Haynes Legacy in the building. Salute to your brother. I see you on deck. I fell asleep during the fight after like N4. But that's because I had to get up really early. Arnold Brown, salute to you. I see you in the building. What's good with Arnold Brown? Mike is on deck. Salute. Salute. What's good? So let's get down to the nitty gritty. We had a fight card last night, and the fight card itself wasn't bad at all. You know what I'm saying? The fight card pretty much was there for our entertainment. Slow to pick up that energy that we've been looking for. It's been kind of slow, y'all. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's been kind of slow. So let's take a look. All right, at the fight card that went down yesterday. Let me take y'all to this screen right quick to the boxing event that happened. All right, and big salute to everyone that's in the building. We're going to get down to it. This right here, people, is what you call the boxing event, right? Top Rank, shout out to Top Rank, the flagship of boxing promotions, doing the damn thing. This went down Saturday, July 6, 2024. Yes, ESPN Plus. And here are, names such as Oshaki Foster, Shakur Stevenson, Keyshawn Davis, William Foster III, Kevin Davis, Abdullah Mason, Ali Feliz, and Keith Cologne. Okay? This was the fight card. And you see the red. You see how the Christmas tree light up red. Red isn't good. You know what I'm saying? Unless it's on your opponent's freaking resume. Oshaki Foster lost a split decision. Oshaki Foster lost a split decision. You know what I'm saying? A split decision. Oshaki Foster said, I thought it was a shutout, which a lot of us felt that it was a shutout. Not so much that he won every round, but damn near every round. But that's the look Oshaki Foster had on his face, people. And that's what boxing does to you sometimes. Boxing is that huge salt tablet, that tart, sour. Ugh. Boxing can be one of those freaking sour tablets, those salt tablets that you get and you're not asking for it. Look at Oshaki's eyes, man. His eyes is glossy like. Man, I thought it was a shutout, real talk. And I can't blame him for that. What I can blame is the fact that this guy right here, Robson Conceição, and I'm not mad at Robson because he wasn't the one. This fight wasn't in Brazil. This wasn't in Brazil. This was in the United States, America. United States of America. This was in my hometown country. You know what I'm saying? This is in the backyard of Shakur Stevenson. Robson Conceição has been there before and fought Shakur Stevenson. You know what I'm saying? He's been there on Manuel Navarrete. He's been there with the big dogs. But tonight, last night, Ashaki Foster had the better game plan. And Conceição, in my opinion, kept doing the same remediated combination sets over and over again. So guess what? Who says Christmas has to be in December? Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas. Conceição. I know in Brazil, they probably don't celebrate, the American Christmas like we do on December. But goddamn it, I found out they celebrate in July. Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas. Santa came into town for Conceição. No wonder he was up there crying. He looked just like Teofimo Lopez did when they read the verdict against Jermaine Ortiz. They broke down and started crying. Thank you, Father God, you gave me one. I owe you, nigga. I owe you. Yeah, you owe him because he gifted you a Merry Christmas gift that you will never forget. You can say in your home country, Brazil, that you are a world champion. You know what I'm saying? At the expense of Ashaki Foster, the real winner. Ashaki Foster didn't deserve that. Ashaki Foster did not deserve that. 0%. 0% of users scored the fight to Robson Conceição. 0%. That means the value doesn't excel above 0. Does 0 have a value? Yes, 0. 0% of users scored the fight for Robson Conceição. That is the wild, wild part of boxing, man. I can't tend to wrap my head around this shit. I was just like her. I was saying, oh, please, somebody help me. I'm trying to figure out how did he win? The force from within. I got a headache. What was the judge's? That's what I was doing. My head was swelling yesterday. I had to literally go out there and get some ice last night and goddamn dump it all in the tub and do inverted cryo tub therapy, y'all. For real, because I went to all the goddamn facilities. The motherfuckers was shut down. They was talking to me through the ring cam. Sir. You know it's 1 o'clock in the morning. We ain't open, right? I need some crowd therapy. My head is swelling up. I can't wrap my shit around this motherfucker. That why boxing gotta do us like this. But hey, that's what happened. You know what I'm saying? It was one of those nights that you have to ask yourself, what in the heck was I watching? What in the heck was I watching? We got to get down to the get down. Shout out to Abdullah Basin. Boy, Abdullah, man. God dang. That man was in there looking like a samurai warrior, bro. I'm telling you, that dude looks super sharp, crisp. Man, come on, bro. That's I ain't saying he ain't been taking care of business his previous fights. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that. But dude has been doing what he was supposed to do. He's been pretty much making it happen the right way. And if you don't know who Abdullah Mason is, right? I'm gonna pretty much show you his box rec right now so you can start following the young warrior. You know what I'm saying? This is Abdullah Mason right here, 14-0, 12 knockouts. And what he did last night was show people that it's time. That's Abdullah Mason. He come from a fighting family. He's a southpaw, slick, Cleveland, Ohio stand up. Dude went in there and got Luis LeBron out of there. He went and got that dude out of there in the third round. Now, it could have been stopped in the second, but the referee was a little bit, she was a little bit hesitant. She was patient. Let me use that P word. She was patient in allowing LeBron to further the bout with Abdullah Mason. Okay, she wanted him to give this man the benefit of the doubt. Hey, I'm giving you ample time to recover and try to reverse and take the momentum back. He couldn't do it. Abdullah stayed on his neck and got that win. Shout out and congrats to Abdullah Mason, 14-0, 12 knockouts. You know what that meant? Abdullah Mason. They was calling Abdullah Mason. Is that's how you say Abdullah Mason? Mason? Abdullah Mason? I'm not sure. I thought it was Abdullah Mason. But that's who they should be calling out. I know Floyd Schofield, they haven't been hesitant and quiet about calling people out. For real. They've been making it perfectly clear they want the smoke. But Abdullah Mason, absolutely. They should be thinking about this cat, man. It's unfortunate, if Keyshawn don't want to fight Abdullah Mason. That would be a perfect, oh my God, a perfect matchup right now. Keyshawn Davis, you have less fights than Abdullah Mason, man. Come on, man. You have less fights. Yeah, your resume is better, but you have less fights. That would be a good ass fight right there. That would be a good fight. Seriously. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it moving. I don't want to pretty much take up too much of your time getting to the main event. This is what everybody's been talking about right here, yo. They've been talking about the Shakur Stevenson effect. Yeah. Shakur Stevenson effect. If you don't know who Shakur Stevenson is, he is this fighter right here. He's a 3-weight world champion. Put some respect on his name. 22 victories and 0 defeats. 10 coming by way of knockout. He hosts a 45.45% knockout ratio. He's a southpaw too. 27 years of age. And you know what I'm saying? He's training out of Houston, Texas right now. But his birthplace is Newark, New Jersey. He went in there and dispersed of Artem yesterday. And he went the full 12 rounds, and that was for the defense of his WBC World Lightweight title. Okay? You see the scorecards: 116, 112, 118, 110, 119, 09. I would take these two scorecards right here. I don't think it was that close, but with these judges, you never know. You never freaking know, y'all. So, yes, Shakur Stevenson went in there and did what he had to do. But this is the bigger conversation, the louder buzz that is going on at the end of the day. I had to take a trip, right? Because I hit up some people that I've known for a long time. I had to take a trip, real talk. I went and spoke to Mr. and Mrs. Boxing. And usually when I go over there, I'm very cordial, and I'm saying to myself, I'm respectful. You know what I'm saying? I understand what the code is, but this time I was a little bit disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? I didn't go in. They invited me. No, come see me on the yard. Step out the house for a second. I said, what the fuck y'all motherfuckers got going on? Why can't y'all be consistent? You an annual goddamn, man, you running this shit all year long. Why can't y'all just give us a peace of mind on these fights consistently? Why? Why did Ashaki Foster get robbed? Tell me this. You can't run a better ship than this? And then I said, you know what? What's wrong with Shakur Stevenson? Why people shitting on him? And they say, well, you talking about dimples? I said, see, that's what I'm talking about. You always think shit is funny. You think it's a joke. I'm over here on business. I'm over here trying to find out why y'all can't be consistent when we put all this time and effort trying to cover, trying to speak on y'all in a tasteful manner. Why can't it be something to keep us going and going and going each year? Why it has to be something? And Mr. and Mrs. Boxing, they was like, hey, you in the wrong territory. I don't like your tone, first of all. Nigga, you walk your ass up in here like you blaming us. What do you see? You got promotions down there. You got teams. You got management. You got all that shit. That's nothing to do with us. You know what I'm saying? If we had the opportunity. If we had the control, then it would be different. But when you coming over here on some total disrespect, that's out of character, man. I said, no, I'm over here because I'm spot on with this. Like, you got to be held accountable too. You can't be sitting back in the shadows all the time and shit. You got to come down and you got to try to damn put some different type of spirit on this boxing, because we've been struggling the last 3 years. Well, homeboy, this is what I'm trying to tell you. The goddamn COVID hit. I don't want to hear shit about no motherfucking COVID. Y'all need to make this shit happen a whole lot better. If y'all supposed to be Mr. and Mrs. Boxing, y'all supposed to be the couple of all couples, you know what I'm saying? Y'all need to make sure that you get some better planning in place so us as fight fans won't be so disappointed and depressed. I said, the next time I roll through the block and spin this bitch, it ain't gonna be pretty. You feel me? That's all I'm saying. I'm not trying to spend too much time, but next time we spin the block on you, it's gonna be for a purpose. You understand me? Okay. That's what I had to do. I had to go see Mr. and Mrs. Boxing because they on some bullshit. They on some motherfucking bullshit. My biggest question, why is Shakur Stevenson getting so much? Let's just say you look at the consumers, you look at the percentage of individuals that pay attention to boxing, right? And then you take how media is transmitted across the airwaves. So we have a different type of communications of people who sit down a lot, people who focus on the influence of other people. So you have a nesting pool of individuals who's collecting different shit from people. And I'm not saying these people are dumb. I'm not questioning their intelligence. I'm just saying, like, it's a lot of influence coming from all different angles. Like, the energy is different coming from all different angles. Can you imagine? So when it comes to boxing, you hear people say, I like this fight, I don't like the other fight, I don't like this, I don't like that, right? So I believe the way social media is, you have people looking for things all the time, searching and looking and looking and looking for things all the time to pique their interest, because people are not getting out the way they used to. I mean, social media, you have no idea the scale that it has with daily influence, especially when it comes to sports. So Shakur Stevenson is going through this switch up right now, where people are demanding more so, in order for them to be invested in supporting you as a fighter, as a consumer, they want to see something different. You know what I'm saying? You have to find that dynamic. At this point, you just can't skate by with boxing, because people are easily, it's easy to make them bored this day and time. It's easy to bore them. It's easy for them to turn away and be distracted by something else, because you have so many freaking facets just coming towards you, each and every angle, especially when it comes to sports, man. It's so much to look at. Every time you get a notification, you on this, you on social media, you on X, you know what I'm saying, you on Facebook, you on all these IG, you know, all these motherfuckers, you all over the place. But with Shakur Stevenson, right, he has a lot of casual fans that knows who he is, right? And then when you put that message out there on what you're going to do to your opposition over and over again, they expect you to do it. So like I told you all before, you just can't use knockouts no more. I'm going to knock his ass out. I'm going to knock his ass out. Because you're going to have the people up here saying what? If they don't get the knockout, they're going to say Shakur Stevenson is boring. You know what I'm saying? They're going to say Shakur Stevenson is boring. And he went in there and did what he's supposed to do. He kept stepping to his opponent. You know, he kept stepping in, he kept boxing, he kept looking for openings. You know what I'm saying? He did what he's supposed to do. Real talk. I mean, he did what he's supposed to do. He wasn't acting like he was fearful, sketchy. He didn't act like that he was timid. Like he didn't want to get hit. Like he was right there in the pocket. And is the fucked up thing about what he did was that's what the crowd, that's what the fan base is calling for now. They want more aggression when it comes to boxing. So Shakur was actually stepping forward. He was progressing. You know what I'm saying? He was closing in on the target. He kept on doing it. But yet people didn't see where he was just breaking down his opposition. Like if you look at the Keyshawn Davis fight, congrats to Keyshawn. You know what I'm saying? He was in a rough, rugged, you know what I'm saying, wrestling entertainment type of fight. Real talk. Vince McMahon would have been proud. But when Keyshawn was standing in the pocket early in the fight, and his combination was much more telling than Shakur Stevenson early in the fight. When he was in the pocket, I mean, he was absolutely on the trigger. Bang, 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 bang. I mean, it was brutal. It was brutal, y'all. I mean, Keyshawn shows that when he's on, when he's lit, you can see it for what it is. Like he was in the pocket, bang, 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 bang. People's like, God damn. You know, he had the place jumping. Like they were saying, that's what I'm talking about. But every fighter doesn't go down just because you lined them up real nice and you was able to hit the target. See, if Shakur Stevenson would have been getting that same effect that Keyshawn Davis would have had when he was in the pocket doing the same thing Shakur was doing the same thing Keyshawn was doing. If he would have had much more effect, then people probably would have got out their seats or whatever. But technically, Shakur Stevenson was implementing the curriculum, the sweet science. And it's almost like with everything that's going on with this new generation, man, this younger crowd, it's hard to keep them interested. And that goes for the boxing fan too. You got older people. The boxing community doesn't just consist of older people. No, boxing consists of young to you know, as people gradually age up, you know what I'm saying? They got the casuals, the hardcores, you know what I'm saying? The diehards, all that shit. Different ages. But Shakur just has a stigma. Because, you know, to get to where he was, he had a very entertaining fight against Jamel Herring, right when he won his title. You know, he had a very entertaining fight with Oscar Valdez. He definitely gave Oscar Valdez that work. He did, bro. He gave Oscar Valdez the business. Somehow in between time, when he had these fights with Toka Conclari and Jeremiah Nakathilia, if I'm pronouncing their name right, he fell off because those was dangerous fights. Like Jeremiah is a law enforcement officer in his country, and he was a dangerous fighter, but somehow, Shakur's presence in the minds of boxing fans is where it should be. Like he's a silver standard Olympian. It's where it should be. People's paying attention. But when he had those two safe modes, when he had the Glock on safe, the entire fight, it seems like people still have never forgotten that shit, right? So even though he's picking up championships and he was going in there, he went in there. I saw his fight in Vegas, you know. Shakur went in there and fought, man. Shakur went in there and did what he had to do, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Shakur went in there and did what he had to do. That wasn't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. He went in there and did what he had to do. But it's when he fought Jeremiah Nakathilia for the WBO interim, people felt some type of way. When he fought Jamel Herring here in the ATL, he fought him. Real talk, he fought him, bro. He fought that man. Then when you go and back to when he fought Joet Gonzalez and he was dating his sister at the time, no one really talks about that fight. But he went in there and did what he had to do. He dominated that fight, but nobody really talks about that fight because it was Joet Gonzalez. But when he stepped in there to fight Jamel Herring, he gave an up-tempo performance. You know what I'm saying? He really went in there and beat up Jamel Herring, someone who used to be a good friend of him. Shout out to my dog, my comrade, Simple Fidelis, my Marine Corps comrade. You know what I'm saying? Salute to you, brother. You know what I'm saying? But he stopped him in 10 rounds, right? So he would go on to unify with Oscar Valdez. He did a very excellent job with the intensity. Excellent job with the intensity. And then he didn't do bad with Hobson Conceição. But it's just something that's going on from Newark, bro. I'm picking this out, bro. I'm dissecting it. It's something that's going on with Newark with Shakur Stevenson. You know, they might feel some type of way. You know, I heard that the place was packed. But why, if Shakur Stevenson can come off a performance from Oscar Valdez in Vegas, right? Then go to Newark and fight Hobson Conceição. Even though he lost his belts on the scale, could that be it? Could that be it, that he lost his belts on the scale? Some strange, sinister force is holding Shakur accountable for losing his belts. I don't know. But he beat Conceição. It wasn't no Ryan Garcia drama. Oh, man, you came in overweight. Nah. He tried to lose the motherfucker. We was there. He couldn't get it off. So he missed weight, stripped of his title. I don't know. Is it something like this sinister freaking, what they call it, this root, this voodoo? Is it something that's on Shakur Stevenson that people don't like him? Because he gave a damn good performance with Oscar Valdez. Damn good performance with Jamel Herring. At 130 is when he really started to shine, bro. 130, boom, he had 2 fights back-to-back. Jamel Herring, Oscar Valdez. Then he beat Conceição but dropped his belts. And then he came up here to 135 and he fought a guy called Yoshino and he stopped him in the 6th round. He didn't go the distance. He stopped him. He stopped him, y'all. But then something strange happened. He returns back to Vegas, and Vegas remembers Shakur Stevenson being there. Vegas remember he was there for Oscar Valdez. Fight fans remember him being there for Oscar Valdez. When he fought for the unification at 130 pounds, they was there. They remember how Shakur put on. Nobody was complaining. No one was complaining. They didn't start back complaining again until Edwin De Los Santos. Edwin De Los Santos pulled back the scar tissue, the scab that they had when he went in there and fought Jeremiah Nakatilia and Toka Clary back to back in 2 dismal, what they consider dismal performances from a fighter who was just playing it safe. But you know what? I'm calling bullshit on that. I'm calling bullshit if you even thinking about the Clary Nakatilia, being that they were so many fights away. You know, after that fight, he beat Jamel Herring. He unified with Oscar Valdez. He dropped the titles but beat Conceição. He moves up, beats Yoshino, stops him. He goes in there with Edwin De Los Santos, a fighter who's coming off the momentum. Yes, he's coming off the momentum of knocking out Jose Valenzuela. Yes, he had some momentum. Fight fans probably looking at it like, bro, who was Valenzuela at the time? Him doing what he's doing. You know, who was he to you? Valenzuela don't supposed to be on your motherfucking radar just because of Chris Colbert. So what? He got knocked out by Edwin De Los Santos. Why you was in there being so careful, my brother? Something happened, man. There's a cloud from the time he fought Oscar Valdez to the time he fought Edwin De Los Santos in Vegas, bro. Man, something happened. Is it juju? What is it? Is it something spiritually? Something happened with Shakur Stevenson when it comes to boxing. Because truth be told, Gervonta Davis was doing what Davis does. He didn't have anything. The beef was going between him and Devin Haney. You know, that's the shit they was talking about. You know, this shit came out with people recording motherfuckers and conversations in private and shit. It don't have nothing to do with Davis, who's been continue to do what he do. But what happened? Was it De Los Santos? It was, I mean, Teofimo Lopez. I mean, they didn't really have no rivalry that was brewing. Was it Devin Haney? Well, us as fight fans really didn't look at that as a fight that we thought that was going to happen anyway. Even though it was talk, that's all we can talk. That's all we can go off of. It was just talk. But the beef was with, you know, Devin Haney and as far as outside, you know, doing whatever they doing. But what happened? What happened with Shakur Stevenson, Edwin De Los Santos? How long? Back in November 2023. This is not even a year removed, and Shakur Stevenson is still suffering. And I believe it is some of that coming out of Newark. The reason why I say that is because he's in Texas now. And I don't blame him for moving to Texas. What's wrong with him moving to a place to better train in J. Prince Gym? What's wrong with that shit? Is it that the boxing fans was expecting him, if he was returning to Vegas, to remind them to show out once again the way he did against Oscar Valdez? Oscar Valdez was a bigger name than De Los Santos, y'all. Why didn't this man perform up to the expectations of going in there and boxing? He said he had a hurt hand, okay? All right, I know he said he had a hurt hand. But the fight fans, or whoever the case may be, they are feeling some type of way. And then you have the content creators out here, and you see my freaking thumbnail. They're putting up stuff like this. This is not me. I just grabbed it to put up here. But also, this was out there too, of all these black fight fans sleeping. Are they sleeping on Shakur? Are they sleeping from watching Shakur? This is a telling type of thumbnail right now. Seriously, you have the same guy. These are all black fight fans snoozing, mouth open, snoozing on Shakur Stevenson. This is one of the most disrespectful freaking thumbnails I've seen up there in a long time for a fighter. Seriously, whoever did this, if you really pay attention to the whole entire thumbnail, it has details in it that will make you think to yourself, damn, you know, you got some people that's really going. First of all, they're facing away from the ring. First of all, they're facing away, and they're trying to say Shakur Stevens was that boring last night that people was just nodding off. But the fucked up thing about it, according to the artist, I don't know if the artist was black or white, because it seemed like all the people that's actually paying attention to Shakur in the background are white. It seemed like the blacks who are up close and personal, they're sitting in the back and they're facing away from the ring, which really don't make any sense. But what I'm trying to tell you is that they are putting these thumbnails up there as if Shakur Stevenson gave you a Edwin De Los Santos type performance. If he gave you a Jeremiah Nakathila performance or a Toka Conclara, and that wasn't the case last night. People have been trying to hype this fight for him to face Gervonta Davis. Gervonta Davis is on a different cloud right now. They're basically like they was going for Canelo, you know, several years ago. They're looking for Gervonta Davis. He's the ticket. They're looking to fight David. And I understand Shakur wanted to go in there and put on a performance. And he, look, it's different, bro. It's different. Shakur he was walking down Artem, bro. He didn't show no motherfucking fear. He was walking the dude down and he was doing what he was supposed to do, landing punches, walking him down. And when asking the post-fight conference, bro, you know, he said, I think they was booing him more than me. I don't know. People that was telling me that they was booing, because you know it's very, very difficult to be the translator and try to break down the percentage of boos that was for this person and that person. You know what I'm saying? But at this point in time, Javante is on a whole nother cloud. And Shakur, he wanted to go in there and basically give a show out performance to get people to start talking about him fighting Mr. El Chin Checker. This is the fight that he was trying to get. But yet it seems like the boxing fans are sabotaging the fuck out of that shit, dog. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God, it ain't like Shakur went in there and gave you the same performance as De Los Santos, bro. The dude went in there. He's technical. What's wrong with being technical? Y'all acting like y'all want this man to go in there and fight like freaking Joe Frazier or something. Y'all want this man to go in there and fight like what's the Vinny Paez. You act like you want him to fight like Emmanuel Augustin, you know, like the Drunken Master. You know what I'm saying? 2.0, you know, Whitaker. You acting like you want him to be somebody else. I don't know, like, I guess people are feeling some type of way based off his words or anything. Because Shakur has been telling people, I don't care what people think. You know what I'm saying? He's saying fuck the fans and all that. Now, this is where it gets cloudy for me. This is where I can't help you, Shakur. Whether you give a damn or not, I can't help you with this. You have to understand, if you're trying to get a fight with Davis and there's criticism, you can't be in the position that you're in of a celebrity status, right? People do know who Shakur Stevenson is, an Olympian. You cannot be in that position as an Olympian and people show you respect because you're an Olympian. You know what I'm saying? You're a silver standard Olympian. They remember the passion that you put in when you lost and you was crying and you say, you know, I mean, you could barely hold it together. You was just bawling out, right? But to get to a point right now where you're a 3-weight world champion and you have Crawford and Andre Ward walking you out and you say F the fans, I mean, the fans gonna say F you back, brother. Because listen, never group all of us together. Never group all of us together. You are trying to do things that other boxers have done. I get it. Like you want to criticize Top Rank. I get it, bro. Teofimo Lopez did it. There's been plenty of other fighters criticize Top Rank. I get it. But you have to understand your position and where you at right now. Teo has gotten away with much more than you have there, Shakur Stevenson. And he's only a 2-division champion. He's, in my opinion, fucked up and did more fucked up shit than you ever could do right now in boxing. But yet, you don't understand how the fans look at you. You're not him. You're Shakur Stevenson. You have this aura about you where you say and you wear your ego on your sleeve. And people are holding you accountable of saying F the fight fans too. They're holding you accountable, the stigma they're placing on you with those boring fights that you had, even though they've passed away and you continue to win championships. They've holding you accountable saying F the fight fans. And then they holding you accountable saying, I don't give a fuck what they say. I'm going to fight the way I fight. Hey, when you tell fight fans that you don't care about them and they the ones that's paying your ticket, it doesn't matter if you get to step into the ring with El Chin Checker. He's doing backflips into a pile of money. The landing is going to be different. I'm just saying, even Tank had went through a trial period and where he was transitioning and trying to find out how to get himself to tie it all in, to lock it down, to be more presentable to the fans. And look where he at now. He's definitely been practicing. He's definitely been getting, his people's been getting with him, definitely talking to the media a lot more, and people are looking forward. Look, think about it. This is a person who barely said shit when he was with Floyd, and now he's conversing with the freaking media. He's talking, man, he's doing all that shit. Totally flipped the script. You got to find out where to turn that corner, buddy, because you keep on talking about F the fans. You ain't going to never make no damn payday 10 million, 15 million. Never. It don't matter if you train with somebody great. I say it all the time. That don't make you them. You got to have your own lane. Nobody's going to show you any more love because you over there training with Crawford. Don't nobody care about that. Now, if you was knocking people out like Crawford, if they were saying that you was just as good as Crawford, that'd be different. But no one cares if you over there and that's someone you respect in high regard. I totally get where you at, but you ain't him. And I know you don't go around trying to be him. I'm not saying that, but you have a stigma based off the boring fights that you had, based off saying F the fight fans, based off you telling us you're going to fight however you feel like it, and you don't give a damn what we say. You have to give a damn, bro. You're a free agent right now. What are you going to do? I mean, Matchroom has made it seem like they don't want you. You know what I'm saying? PBC's definitely not going to pick you up with everything they got going on. I mean, who you going to sign with? Real talk. Who you gonna sign with, bro? You just have to find a way to bust out that box you in, and just start reinventing yourself when it comes to your PR, your public relations to boxing fans. That's all I can say to you, Shakur. You know what I'm saying? Because in order for you to fly like an eagle and with El Chin Checker and finally get in the ring with him, it's I don't know how. I'm not the one that's making the fights, making the calls, but right now, people are not clamoring or they're not eager on the edge of their seats to say, I want to see Shakur Tank. You know what I'm saying? I want to see Shakur. Even though people still say, let's make that fight. You know what I'm saying? People still say, let's make that fight with El Chin Checker. But they're gonna go in there and they're gonna dog you out because you're not gonna be able to go in there with Shakur and do all that shit. I mean with Tank and do all it should be a nicely matched fight. Whether people believe that you can beat El Chin Checker, that's up to you to prove them wrong. But based off the stigma they have placed on you, that freaking cloudy umbra that sits above your head and rain down precipitated negativity, you're going to have to find a way to get that off your head, bro. You got to find a way, because when people know they personal ticket for Tank, something's crazy going to happen. Just ask Frank Martin. People are thinking that knowing how dangerous Tank is, they think that you're going to go in there and not put in the same energy that you put with Artem, because you're in there with a dangerous fighter like Tank. You're going to give them the same performance like Edwin De Los Santos. That's pretty much the equation, brother. That's pretty much the equation there, Shakur. I'm guessing. That's pretty much the equation. They believe if this fight is made between you and Tank, that you're going to take it back to the Edwin De Los Santos experiment. Yeah, they don't want to see that Shakur Stevenson effect where you don't want to stand in the pocket and trade with Tank. You're just going to try to box move. And yeah, you got the mad scientist in your corner. So who am I to go against the game plan he going to come up with? That's the mad scientist. That's what he get paid to do. That's his intelligent level when it comes to boxing IQ. It'll be a hell of a fight. That's if the fight fans want it. You got to prove to them that you're not going to go in there and run the whole fight. Or should I say move around? Because I feel like the sweet science is always going to be up for criticism, that Shakur. You got to stop worrying about what the fuck these fans of not paying your bills are saying about you, man. You need to let them talk about you when you ain't around instead of them talking about you about what you said when you were around. Get off social media so much, freaking interacting with these cats, bro. You came over here on some of these freaking ghetto ass channels, bro, and you want to argue with them, and they don't give a fuck about you, man. All they want to do is say, "Oh man," they want to disrespect you, and then you want to prove to them, "Hey man, what are you talking about, man? Why are you talking to me like you know this shit?" They don't care about your Olympic amateur career. They don't care, man. They don't care what you think about them. These are people who don't even go to fights and cover fights. These are what you call room raiders, chair warriors. You visit these freaking sites, shout to Cigar Talk. Cigar Talk is having all these interviews, you know what I'm saying? Salute to them. You know what I'm saying? That's different. But you have been to some freaking channels over here that don't make any sense. I shake my head. I'm like, what are you doing over here? And every time somebody see you got a hoodie on your head. It's just, I always take people back to Jaleel Hackett. When I saw Jaleel Hackett getting PR practice. And I say, oh man, I remember that in when I was starting off briefing generals when I was a teenager, right? And I'm like, wow, address the media and what to say and all that. I said, oh, that's cool. That's pretty damn cool right there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, behind the scenes shit if you attend fights. But that's what I'm talking about. Every time, most of the time, people see you and you're not in the ring. You got a hoodie over your head, and then you arguing with somebody, and everybody know you can fight. Everybody know you from Newark, New Jersey, rather, and everybody know that you can get down whenever you want to get down. But most of the time they see you around, it's like you got a hoodie on, you got this, you got that. And you arguing with people. I don't give a fuck about what you're wearing. I'm just saying when you dress like that and you up here arguing with people that's not even important in your life, what does that say about you as a person? You bored. You bored. You got the right people around you. You got some legends around you. You know what I'm saying? You got some legends now. I mean, who can say they got Andre Ward and Terrence Crawford walking with them to the ring? Who can say that shit? Not many. Both of them on the same night? Not many, bro. Not many at all. But where it falls off at is when you're not around them. There's something that's going on with you right now. And it's people that's pushing an agenda, a message to say that you're boring. They're pushing this message out. I heard 5 before I got on here. I heard 5 channels speaking on this, Shakur, on that, and still boring. That was Showbiz's freaking title. I'm just telling you. And I put some other people out here still. You saying, but I'm saying it's a freaking sweet science. Now, comparing you to Tank, there's no question on whose style's more entertaining, period. It's not even a question or debate. None of that shit. None of it. If you ask me, right? If it was you and Tank, who I think would win, it'd be Tank. Because I don't see how you're going to be able to break him down with that style. And I don't see you walking him down in the pocket. I don't see it. You got to convince people that I'm wrong. Not me per se, but I'm not the only one who's saying that they believe the Tank wins. You got to start convincing people somehow, some way that the fight is worth it and they should tune in to watch it. You understand me, man? You got some work to do, brother. You got some work to do because they pushing this narrative. They put this thumbnail out there saying that you was boring. Now it's like, damn, somebody's pushing a mad agenda on you. You done piss somebody off, bro. You saying you don't give a fuck what the fight fans say. I'm gonna fight how I fight. No, bro. You should have kept that to yourself. Because what you telling, like, some people would take it and say, well, he's gonna whenever it comes time for him to be very, very careful, he's gonna do that. Because he don't care what we think. Obviously, just like I said about the Haneys, he does care what we think, because he fought Artem different than he did his last fight. Truth tells, right? Same thing. Devin, after the freaking Yorkis Gamboa fight, he started fighting in the pocket, somewhat much more aggressive. He tried. You know what I'm saying? He fought Jorge Linares in the pocket. Yes, sir. He fought Jorge Linares and was dominating the fight until he got caught, but he fought him in the pocket. He fought him in the pocket. Sure did. But it's just something about you fighting somebody in the pocket. You're doing it in a way like a student would, like you're clean. Like one thing I say about Shakur fights in the pocket. He delegates his skill set. He's very clean doing it. But it's the wild part about it. People want him to get dirty. That comes with taking risk. They want to see much. They want to see more effect. They want to see a more detrimental effect happen to your opposition. You know what I'm saying? They want to say, okay, I want to see you break your opponent down like Keyshawn Davis was breaking his opponent down earlier. I mean, the way he was dropping them hammers, bro. I was like, oh my God. And beautiful work. Beautiful work. If you would have took the intensity that Keyshawn was putting out on Maduino and put that into your fight on what you was delivering to Artem and the way you was walking them down, I know you might feel some type of way about what I'm saying. You might not give a damn at all. I'm just saying, people would have been oohing and on if they would have got that effect. You're gonna have to find out, big dog. You're a 3-weight world champion. The way you went out for the fight for the vacant WBC belt, and your attitude was like, I don't care what people think. I'm gonna fight the way I fight. I think it pissed a lot of people off coming off the performances that you had at one point in time. I think it's some people that still feeling some type of way about it. I think they feel that you don't really care about the fight fans in general, and you feel that you're going to make it all the way to the top with these big fights and be a superstar without the consumers. You got to learn how to be the villain. If you're trying to be the villain, you really got to be the villain in a way that it draws people in and want to see you. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I know I keep bringing up Keyshawn, your boy, but Keyshawn, that must be throwing forearms in there, freaking elbows. He said, if you gonna hate me, I'm gonna give you all the reason to hate me. Seriously, my goddamn forearms, headlocks, man. He ain't. Man, he said, hey, if I'm gonna be the villain, I'm gonna give you every reason to know why I'm the villain. I'm gonna show you why I'm the villain now. I'm gonna show you. I know Shakur is trying to keep it clean. He's trying to keep it technically proficient. But it ain't just your skill set, man. It's your persona. Real talk. That's what it is. And you can listen to whoever you want to listen to and say, oh man, fuck WCS. I don't care what you think about me. All I'm saying is it's something more than boxing on why people don't like you. They might say you boring, but it's a lot more than that. It's something you done said. It's how you present yourself to the public. You always give off like you don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't care. Like it's okay, because it's another fighter that's gonna go through the same thing, is going through the same thing too. You know him very, very well, but he's gonna go through this. He's going through the exact same shit you going through. You know exactly who he is, that Shakur. If you're gonna be the villain, you gotta learn how to be the villain famously. You got to do things that want people to come see you, not to listen to you. Fuck what you got to say, but they want to come see you. Back up what you were saying. They don't want to hear you outside the ring say, I'm going to knock this person, I'm going to knock you the fuck out and all that. And then you come in there and you want to be a teacher. Students, sit down. Can I have one volunteer, please? Oh, good. Great. Come here. Hey, this is what I'm going to teach you. I'm going to teach you how to throw the 2. We're going to double up on that. And then we're going to come underneath with the 1. The 5. We're going to come over with the 8. 32/1/8. 6, slide to the right, 2 steps, pop. No. They want to see you go in there and get dirty, bro. Let me get to the dang chat. Salute to everybody that's on deck, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Conquest, man, with the $3 super chat, lighting up the tree of life. For WCS, I appreciate you, brother. One love to you. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. Thanks for support. King on deck, salute to you. What's good? What's good? See you in the building. Damn shame what those judges rule. Yeah, for sure. You know how it is. You know what I'm saying? I gotta keep Passacia out there because, he's the first one to get the Christmas freaking spirit. That was actually a gift. He's up there crying. I would have said, you know what? I didn't think I won, but in that manner, he's from Brazil. Say you won, man. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? If you got the title, now you're a world champion. At least you won that shit in the ring. It's a lot of fighters that receive it via email. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, real talk. Shout out to Tough Glove Boxing in the building. What's good with it? Salute, fam. I'm in the middle of my workout, so can't type much. But Foster got blatantly robbed. And I thought Shakur dominated this fight. He's damned either way. I'm canceling my ESPN subscription. Then shout out to Tough Glove for dropping his input, man. He feel the way he does. I agree with him on the first half. You know what I'm saying? Foster got blatantly robbed. Absolutely got blatantly robbed. Shakur dominated the fight. He did. But don't cancel your subscription because you have to understand that Tough Glove Boxing has always showed you who they is. You know what I'm saying? They always showed you who they is. Always, brother. If you're going to stay close to this sport, you got to be willing to have tough skin, man. You know what I'm saying? And then when you get cut deep, you got to have that ointment close by, man. You got to treat the wound. You know what I'm saying? Treat the wound, treat for shock, protect the wound. You got to do all that shit. You got to do it, brother, because boxing will have you leaking. He told the people the victory was already his. Who are you talking about specifically? Hobson actually sat there and said he knows he's won. Hey, man. Hey, Carlos. As human beings, you know how we can get sometime. We are actors at the end of the day. He know goddamn well he didn't win that fight. He was active, though. He kept throwing the same combination over and over. And that right hand, you know what I'm saying? That Shanae, slapping Pam upside the head type right hand he got. I guess that's supposed to be the brick a lick. I don't know. The brick a lick hand or something like that. You know what I'm saying? The brick a lick, the boxing pimp slap. I don't know what the fuck that right hand. It looks funky. It looks super funky. Yes, it is. It looks super funky. The brick a lick hand. Hey, Bruce Gas. Boxing on Jazz and More, man. What's good with it, OG? How you feeling, man? I ain't said not many people and outraged by his decision. I'm glad you shedding light on Foster getting robbed. Yeah, Foster got robbed, bro. You know what I'm saying? You can tell in Foster's eyes of all eyes. Foster, look. I thought, why this thing is not. I thought it was a shutout. That's what Foster said. I thought it was a shutout, man. Yeah, Abdullah Mason put it out there, man. Abdullah Mason put it out there. Bing, bing, bang. It was like back in the day, man, a slot. You know what I'm saying? Damn, it was shots coming from everywhere. Clean. Clean, goddammit. If they want to call out anybody, call out Mason, goddammit. Stop calling out Tank. Don't call out Tank. Fight your boy Abdullah Mason. That's the fight. Both of you, him, have around the same professional experience. Fight him. People want to see that fight. Yes, sir. Keyshawn was damn near in a wrestling match. It was good to see his brother Calvin on the same card. And shout out to Abdullah Mason. Yeah, for sure. Shout out to Calvin getting the win. But, you know, some people had controversy to say about that. You know what I'm saying? It's boxing at the end of the day. They thought Kevin Johnson might have had a chance to pull it out. You know what I'm saying? I'm just telling you what I've been reading. He definitely has an appetite for smoke. Yes, sir. You can't set your high up with a man. See, Carlos, see, right when I start to compliment the hottest chat in the MFing game, you say something crazy. Okay, so what weight class they supposed to put up? Well, what weight class they supposed to fight at, bro? Abdullah's at 135. I'm going to let that slide. Jai Tucker fought at 160 his last fight. Okay. Man, god damn. Is it possible they robbed Foster so Conceição can give it to one of the top ranked young guns via fast track? What top ranked young guns at 135? What top ranked young guns? Who? I heard my colleague was telling me that, you know, Conceição was over there talking with Oscar Valdez. Nobody ain't trying to see. Look, Conceição. What I do see happen a lot of, I see it in the UFC too, is that they're going back to fights they had before in old names or whatever. Why would you think we wanted to see the Oscar Valdez when they robbed you, Conceição? They robbed you. Why would you go back over to Oscar Valdez if that was your purpose and have a conversation with him as a champion? Think that's the fight we want to see. We don't want to see that shit. We want to see you fight freaking O'Shaquie Foster in a rematch. What are you going over there to Oscar Valdez for? He popped dirty the same night that a lot of us thought you won, and you want to go back over there and give him a gift? Come on, bro. Come on now. Shakur got the Sleepy Joe effect. Shakur needs to let his hands go at times. That there are many missed opportunities that Shakur should have taken advantage of. He's a hell of a fighter, but there will be a time when he got to throw punches. Good point. I know where you at with that. And I really didn't put it out there earlier. But Shakur will close distance and get close to a fighter. But in the process of him closing distance, his hands ain't moving. You will scoot, punch, scoot. Like, why aren't you punching on your way in, bro? That's why I say, you know, what Tank does with closing the distance on his opponents, you can guarantee he's going to freaking ring the doorbell or throw a rock through the motherfucking window. Crawford, when Crawford closed distance, man, the way he delegate is different, bro. The way he let his hands go, he's set traps is different, bro. Closing distance isn't the same for every fighter. Why close distance get so close and your hands aren't moving while you're in the process of doing so? Shout out to the Queen Jessica in the building. Shout out to you. Yeah, for real, I had to pull up on them, man, spin the block on their ass because they out there fucking off, bro. Real talk. They're getting paid all that freaking money, and the quality of service sucks. Tired of that shit. Squad Jones in the building. What's good with it, Squad? How you feeling, man? I mean, you know, a alligator snapping turtle thinks that their bite force is somewhat competitive too. You know what I'm saying there, Mark? Mark said, I do think Shakur can beat Tank. You know, a snapping turtle believes that it has the bite power to do damage until you run into a motherfucking shark or they run into a gator. You know what I'm saying? For real, until they run into a silverback and a silverback pick that turtle up and slam it up against a rock and break that motherfucker open. Hey, goddamn it, I know you eating meat. I know you eating meat. You can't be this fucking strong eating goddamn vegetation. I don't know. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I look. People disliking Shakur Stevenson because of Bud Crawford. Bud Crawford ain't hated like that. Bud Crawford was freaking despised by a group of people that was pushing for their fighter to come to glory. They thought their fighter was going to reach the throne by them hating on Bud. I think overall throughout the boxing community, Bud is liked as a fighter. You know, at the end of the day, Bud, he speaks. If you take him there, he will talk his shit. But what they love about and have to respect is that when he get into the ring, his business is different. The way Crawford fights is different. The way he closes it down is different. Now, Shakur Stevenson hanging out with Bud and people don't like it. No, man. It's not even a rivalry. Shakur doesn't even have a rivalry. No rivalry out of that. He hasn't built a rivalry yet. And look, Crawford didn't build a rivalry until he was in his 30s. All I'm saying is, what is the reason for them to even shadow Shakur Stevenson with the same hate that they was giving Crawford? Crawford hate was him being on the level that he was for quite some time and establishing a parallel with a fighter prior to them actually stepping into the square. You know what I'm saying? Both pound for pound fighters and shit in the same division, this, that, and the other. That hasn't happened with Shakur Stevenson. So I don't think he's getting no freaking residual blowback just from being with Crawford and Andre Ward. Come on, Andre Ward. I mean, people might dislike what he says every now and then, but Andre is a upstanding individual. Real talk. I met him. You know, him doing his God work. You know what I'm saying? His godly work. I mean, good dude. Good dude. Everybody is who they are, bro. You know what I'm saying? But Shakur doesn't act like Crawford. He may attempt to try to act like him. But, you know, when Crawford talk his shit about somebody like a troll or whatever, he'll talk his shit. I mean, he'll get vicious with it. But with Shakur, like I said earlier, it's just that he said, I'm going to fight the way I fight, regardless of what people say. I don't give a fuck. And then, you know, you want to say, fuck the fans. Well, Errol Spence said, fuck the fans too. No, he said, fuck the legends. But he just don't show the fans any type of love. You know what I'm saying? He just said, fuck the legends because Roy said what he said, but then turned back around and there's a pitch out there. Who knows? And we'll admit that the boy ain't got no dog in him. Some people saying Shakur ain't got no dog in. I disagree. I disagree. Look, Jay. I'm not trying to be facetious about that, but we do. You and I do understand they're different type of dogs. They're miniature chihuahuas. And there's mastiffs, malinois. There's big dogs. Canacosis. Yeah. So he, like I'm saying, Jay, there's different type of dogs. That might be the dog over here, dog over there. You know what I'm saying? They say is not the what? What did they say about the dogs? It's not the size of the dog that's in the fight, but size of the bite in the dog. So regardless, if you got the miniature chihuahua in you, it's all about how big the teeth and how big the heart. Because them goddamn chihuahuas, boy, they will goddamn chop your ankles up. Shout out to the News by Shaw News Sauce Experience in the building. What's good with it, brother? Team Tucker official on deck. Great work, man. Great work. Covering the fights this weekend. Great work. That was the only person I seen out there covering the fights and giving freaking did interviews. Shout out to the Transformer Troy Isley. He even had Abdullah Mason up there. He had several people that he was up. I know he took a picture with Abdullah's father. Shout out to the team Mason. It was good to see, man, as always. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna sit up here and tell you all to get a freaking consultation package, but hey, if you want to know how to cover a fight the right way during fight week, hit him up. You know what I'm saying? He's doing his thing as always. He's the only one out here, to me, from this YTC be on here heavy, that knows how to cover a fight week consistently, put out videos and content and everything like that thoroughly. You know what I'm saying? And give you a very educational freaking overview of what's going on in boxing with this fight card. Good job, man. Great job, brother. You already know. He talked like he that dude, but built like that. The targets are on him, no passes. I feel where you coming from with it, bro. I feel where you at with it. Real talk, I don't have no retort to that. Because when you say F the fans and I don't give a damn what they think, I'm gonna knock you out and I ain't falling for that. He tries too hard. Like, one thing about Crawford don't try shit. Like, Crawford actually came in peace and they didn't want to listen. He just tapped his hand on the desk. He said, Team Crawford, get active. He tried to come in peace. He said, all my people, man, we always gotta, go there and people getting hurt all the time, killed. Hey, they always talking about we can't go nowhere and we can't do anything. He came in peace. They didn't want to listen. He said, hey, you a bitch ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? Hey, put the camera on him. He want to be on. He the bitch. You know what I'm saying? He's like, hey, come on, man. Team Crawford, we get active. Tank gonna send Shakur through the ropes to the crowd. All I know that Gary is that Tank, like I always say, Tank is a different hunter. You know what I'm saying? Tank is on his own cloud, bro. Whether people want to like it or not, Tank is on his own cloud, bro. They say, shout out to Andrew Charles in the building, man. Salute to you, brother. He said, unlike Shakur, Foster get hit and dude was on his ass. I didn't see a shutout. I saw a competitive fight. So do you think Foster won that fight or not? That's what I want to know. Shout out to Mr. International Toby Bartlett in the building. Salute to you. Shout out to the Oracle Trick Noti in the building. WCS, what's good? Shakur Adrian Stevenson has impressive defensive skill, but he needs to throw more punches. He let Artem in the fight when he didn't have to. Tough fight, but he won. Okay. So you saying he got the Broner effect going on. He can get close to you, scoot, throw a couple of punches and scat. So you saying he on a scoot, scat, scoot, scat, scat. You trying to say he making a mixtape? That trick? Man, that's wrong, bro. Got to work on that scoot, scat. Scooty, scat, scoot. People want to see them hands get loose. They don't want to see the scooty, scat, scoot. They want to see them hands get loose. See, Trick, man, you coming here instigating shit, man. Come on, man. Damn, we talk about this, bro. Damn, have some bearing about yourself, man. Damn. You the oracle, dog. You supposed to goddamn be the one to bring everything together, man. I'm sure they already put in the paperwork to challenge the decision. Hell yeah, that's what I heard. That's what I heard. Shakur not ready to stay away from Tank. He looked weird last night. He couldn't knock Bull out. I don't understand why y'all talking about these knockouts, man. Shakur has knockouts. Shakur has knockouts. You know what I'm saying? Do y'all forget Shakur has knockouts now? Shakur just had a TKO win over Shushishiro Yoshina Domo Genki desu ka? Hai. Arigatou gozaimasu. He just had a knockout win over Yoshino. He stopped Jamel Herring October 2021. He just had a knockout, his first fight in the 135-pound division. What more do you want? What more do you want from him, man? What more do you want from Shakur Stevenson? He just had a knockout of Yoshino, his first fight at 135. Blue Hustle is in the building. Salute to you, Blue. What's good? What's good with you, bro? I hit you on what's on DM, man. I didn't, when you sent me BMAC number, it disappeared, bro. You must have put Vanish on there or something. You can't put Vanish on because sometimes it take me a while to get to him, but I didn't get the number, bro. All right, just letting you know. Appreciate your mind. Abdullah Mason next up. You best believe it. A skilled young fighter. He is. Abdullah, man. Dude, sick with it. Clean. You know what I'm saying? Power. Get in there. You know, have his opponent sound like they're getting stung by a wasp in that motherfucker. Clean. Not sloppy. Dude got mad unlimited potential, bro. Real talk. Man, it's going to come down to who wants to fight him, dog. You know what I'm saying? Are they going to try to fade this man off with the Heisman and try to grow him out the division? Because at 135, 140, it's going to be crucial. You know, I ain't trying to see him take no fights in the 140. I want to see some of these young bull, you know, like the Floyd Schofield, Abdullah Mason, Keyshawn Davis, Shakur even. I want to see them fight all these. I don't want to see all these black fighters, man, up there chilling. Talking about I'm friends. Friends. How many others have them? Friends. I mean, come on. Saying no. Shaw Jones, aka Mr. 10%, great content, the media marketing agent. Yeah, man, great content, bro. And shout out to CEO Nasaya, man, Coach Rain. Shout out to his fam, bro. Out there on the grind. And like he said, his daughter catalog is better than yours, man. Pick your game up. Step it up, shawty. You got these youngins out here operating mirrorless cameras already with the long range on. Shutter gang on deck. Come on, man. Stop it. Catch up. CJ Rich said, if you're going to do 7 hours, like B-Mac, I'm going to call in later. No, this is what's going to happen. I will return. I will revisit later. But I can't stay on 7 hours on a Sunday, man. I can't spend 7 hours a day on a Sunday, man. I can't do it, shawty. I can't do it there. Shout out to CJ Rich in the building. I can't do it, man. I can't do it. That you just have to fall into 7 hours. You can't just drop a comment and say, hey man, you're gonna do 7 hours. Then I'm looking at it like, God damn, it's what time is it? It's 3 o'clock and that motherfucker, I've been on an hour and a half. Damn, I won't get off this motherfucker to damn near 10 o'clock. Abdullah got dynamite in his hand. Man, the way he's using his shit to break his opponent down is great. Great work. Great work. But I still, behind Crawford, the one with the best skills in the game, Jahad Tucker, man. You know what I'm saying? Jahad Tucker. Fluidity, defense, hand speed. Jahad Tucker, man. Jahad Tucker. Mr. Electric Boogie himself. I'm telling you, don't sleep. Don't sleep. That's all I got to say. Do not sleep. Run the reels back. Some of the most beautiful work you'll find out on the inside, man. Defensive, slipping punches, all that, man. All that shit is different. Plus, Mason punches through the target. Yeah, he's very, very accurate. He is a sniper. He knows how to close distance. Man, he's so poised. You know what I'm saying? Very, very poised fighter. In control of his own actions. He's not letting his opponent control his actions. I mean, yeah, he has decent, very, very decent power. Like, when I say decent, I'm talking about for the level competition, he's doing what he's supposed to do. I mean, I've seen fighters do what he do, before. But what's going to happen when he step up? Can he stop a fighter like Shakur Stevenson? Hey, Shakur Stevenson, if he knows better at 135, he need to fight Abdullah Mason. If he really want to make a buzz, go in there and fight Abdullah Mason. Go fight, you know what I'm saying? Hey, Shakur, fight Keyshawn Davis. That's money right there. If you want to change the crowd's perspective, if you want to get the crowd to be on your side, fight one of these dang bulls that's, these black fighters that's there that everybody's talking about, especially the buzz that goddamn Abdullah Mason got right now and Keyshawn Davis, especially that. That's going to be what they want to see. Floyd Schofield. You know what I'm saying? You got 3 bulls there, 4 bulls. 5, 135 has the bulls. Y'all going to keep them apart from each other in the pasture? Bulls don't, no. Bulls don't roam like that. Bulls don't hang around other bulls like that and just chill. Hey, man. What up, man? No. You're not going to be a bull out there just chilling with another bull. No, it don't happen like that. They need to fight each other. You have enough out there in the 135-pound stable to make that division lit. Not to mention the champions. Not to mention the champions. El Chin Checker in the clouds. Flipping, the sun. Like, hey, man, what up, Tank? What you doing up here, man? Just doing a backflip off these motherfucking clouds. That's all I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm doing. Shakur had that man running with track shoes on. He stood in front of him all night. He did. But Blue, it's not that he wasn't closing distance. The criticism, not coming from me, but the criticism for Shakur Stevenson is that I guess when it comes down to what he says he's gonna do to his opponents, how strict he say, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do it. People are expecting that to happen. He wasn't letting his hands go while he was closing distance, but once he got within range, he'll hook him to the body. He'll land the uppercut. He was keeping it clean. He was very tidy. You know what I'm saying? I gotta call Shakur the tidy fighter. He keeps it very tidy and clean. You know what I'm saying? They want to see him get messy like it's a Stromboli eating contest. You know what I'm saying? They want to see shit everywhere. Blood. Pow. They want to see that Crawford. See, listen. This what separates Blue. This what separates Crawford from Shakur. Okay? Everybody in the chat, listen. This is what separates Terrence Crawford from Shakur Stevenson. Is that Crawford can fuck Spence up the way he did and come out that motherfucker clean. Come out that motherfucker like he ain't got touched. That is a separation of skill and boxing IQ. Period. Crawford took risk in that fight. He delegated his authority. He inflicted punishment without taking damage. He fucked Spence up. See, Shakur ain't shown that he can fuck an opponent up like that. Like they looking for, based off what he said, they looking for him to fuck an opponent up. You know what I'm saying? Goddamn, hey, show us something. Hey, I'm just saying, you hang around a legend like that, you got two legends walking you out, people gonna start holding you to legend accountability. Come on, man. Even Andre Ward faced adversity, you know what I'm saying, in his career. Even he had to get off the canvas and keep fighting on. That demonstrates freaking greatness and toughness. That's all I'm saying. Shakur did exactly what I thought he would do. I ain't paying for no Shakur fight. He can fight how he want, but Top Rank didn't show fans leaving for no reason. They must think he's not exciting too. Damn. Ooh, 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 ooh. I thought 4th of July come and gone already, but goddamn it, obviously some people still got the motherfucking grills hot. I didn't even goddamn heat up no grease for this. I didn't come in here to, cook a motherfucker. I didn't. But obviously, the hottest chat in the game feels some type of way. Not everybody, you know what I'm saying? But some people are still feeling some type of way that they will not invest monetarily as a consumer. And like I said before, some people might feel that Shakur said, fuck what the fans think. I don't give a fuck about y'all. I'm going to fight the way I want to fight. And you can't say that right now. Look, he's in a dilemma, y'all. Shakur Stevenson is in such a dilemma because he's a 3-weight world champion and they treating that man like he's Ryan Garcia. Real talk. They treating that man like he Garcia, like he ain't won shit, dog. Like he tests for Ostarine, bro. They goddamn treating that man like he ain't did shit. Real talk. No respect. They treat him like he the Rodney. See, I was thinking about, I said, no, I ain't trying to come at Shakur like that. But they treat him like the Rodney Dangerfield of boxing. Like that. I ain't want to go that route. I'm not here. That's why I just, put up the thumbnail of somebody else. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't trying to really go in my freaking case, my satchel. I wasn't really trying to go in my satchel. Because I'm not trying to come at him like that, bro. Once upon a time, I called Shakur Stevenson the Emperor of Boxing. I did. I called him the Emperor. The rise. He has risen. But yet it just seems like he just don't know what he's supposed to do while he's holding the throne. Like there's other kings around. You gotta go. You gotta have you gotta give a reason to the consumers on why they should pay to see you fight another king. And then if that king is truly on the same level as yourself, are y'all considered to be on the same level? Some would say no. Some would say no. You and Javante ain't on the same level. Y'all may have the same equitable divisions when it comes to world championships. But when it comes to stepping in that ring, a lot of people are going to be like, nah, I don't think he can fuck with Tank. Shakur, there's no way somehow, no way I'm going to bet that fight that you can fuck with Tank, brother. And listen, brother. I don't even think you make it to the last round with Tank. I'm gonna be honest, Shakur. I think Tank stop you, bro. You coming there with that hesitant, soft, approach to Tank. Tank is a motherfucking savage at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? He's not El Chin Checker for a reason. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I think on even that night, Swat Jones would goddamn purchase a motherfucking fight to see you fight if you in there with Tank. I'm just telling you how you can make an extra motherfucking fan and convince them that you're the man. I think if you get that fight, I don't know if it's gonna happen. Real talk, I don't know, but that Team Davis is on a whole nother mission right now. They're on a whole nother mission, dog. They ain't fucking around. They on a whole nother mission over there, bro. Hey, you don't get any. If you feel he boxed to perfection, who am I to go against the grain? I'm just speaking about how the public is treating his performance. You're not getting the resist from me. If you feel he boxed to perfection, that's you. He boxed a clean fight. I'm not gonna go up here and say, "Oh man, it was a snooze fest," because it wasn't. I understand the technical ability in delegating your skill set. Technically, I don't frown upon that unless you are barely doing anything. Like you're on a level 3 division champion. People are very, very short minded when it comes to them having selective amnesia on presenting you with the question, Shakur, what have you done for us lately? That's what I'm talking about. What have you done for us lately? People become short minded. Y'all mad at Shakur for making his bed and brushing his teeth soon as he wake up. Granddaddy taught him discipline. Hey man, ain't nothing wrong with that, shawty, man, for real. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But I'm telling you, he fight Tank. Goddamn, I tell you, Squad, you gonna pay for that motherfucking pay-per-view, dog. You may be feeling some type of way and shit right now, but that fight, it may have been more so what the fans wanted him to do, but what he did was what he was supposed to do. He went in there and got the win. The fans, they don't look. It's just with Shakur, man. He's made that same bed that CJ was talking about. You know what I'm saying? Making his bed before he get up and start his day. He's made his bed in boxing, brother. And see the people's like, hey, we want you to back up all that talking. You say you're gonna knock a motherfucker out. Go get it. Pick up the pace. When you gonna pick up the pace? When? That's why they frustrated. That's why they freaking frustrated. You say you was gonna do this, that, and the other. When you gonna? That's what they saying, bro. To be the best, you got to beat the best. And after watching last night fight, Shakur not that guy. Wow. So Shakur is not that guy. Man. I don't know what guy you're talking about. He's a 3-weight world champion. He's a currently WBC champion at lightweight. So what guy would you be speaking on? Pound for pound guy? Are you speaking about pound for pound guy? What guy are you talking about? You got to be specific because he's a 3-weight world champion. He's current reigning defending WBC lightweight champion. What guy? Because when it comes down to who you're gauging him against, it should be other champions, right? It should be other champions at 135-pound division at this point. So look, this is how it plays out there, Beaton. You have a lot of them that has the same amount of divisions. Shakur Stevenson, Gervonta Davis, and Vasily Lomachenko all have the same amount of divisions when it comes to world titles. 3-weight world champions. Now, if you want to talk about gauging him with not being that guy amongst those champions, okay. Are you gauging him off not being that guy on the pound for pound list? Okay, because he's not in the top 5. Are you gauging him and not being that guy when it comes to him and Tank fighting? I can get it. Him and Lomachenko? Okay. What not that guy are you speaking on? To be the best, you got to beat the best. And after watching last fight, Shakur is not that guy. The guy to beat Tank? Who? Be more specific. I don't know who you're talking about. Dan Tan on deck. What's good? I don't know who you're talking about. If he fight Tank, I'm for sure getting Tank gonna sleep Shakur easier than folks think. WCS said it best. El Chin Checker. Shakur ain't gonna be able to stand in there for 12. Yeah, man, he gonna feel and understand what El Chin Checker is, bro. You know what I'm saying? El Chin Checker is official. You know what I'm saying? El Chin Checker is official, bro. Victor on deck, what's good? Fighting Shakur Twitterson is a lose-lose situation for any fighter. I'm telling you, man, the internet is undefeated, dog. Shakur Twitterson, y'all. That's not the first time I heard that. But I'm just saying when people say it, I'm like, dang, man, that's just the internet is just a savage freaking group of individuals whose identity can remain anonymous, man. But yet their comments can be taken all the way to the top, dog. Who said that? So and so. Who is they? I don't know. I don't know their real name. Okay, you said Tank. Okay, yeah. A lot of people say, yeah, he ain't that guy with Tank. I don't see him beating El Chin Checker, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's that gorilla that's in the background. You know what I'm saying? It's that gorilla for real. It's that gorilla that's in the background. You know what I'm saying? He a different type of fighter, bro. He a different type of fighter. Shakur, Ric Flair, Tank, Hulk Hogan. Um, you uh, let me see how to respond to this because I'm a little shaken. Being that I grew up off wrestling entertainment and went to fights when before it got to a point where it was, you know what I'm saying? I was back when the Four Horsemen was actually a thing when they used to have wrestling down here in the Omni, when the old Omni was still in existence. But something that was disturbing to me. You put Shakur Stevenson on the level of a Ric Flair. Is there another Ric Flair I don't know about? Because it's no way that you dare put Shakur Stevenson. Because Ric Flair didn't give a. What was Ric Flair again? Ric Flair was like 16, 17-time world champion. Ric Flair was different. When he put that slap across your man, come on now. I'm gonna give you a pass on that, man. You just said it because it sound good, but Shakur Ric Flair. Oh no, Ric Flair has some incredible bouts with some of the big names. Incredible, bro. But I know what you was talking about though. I know where you was at with it. Blue said you can't KO what you can't hit, and we know Shakur don't get tired. Somebody's wishing upon a star. Oh, you're wishing upon a star. I say somebody's wishing upon a star. Hey, he's wishing, wishing. He's wishing upon a star. Yeah, you wishing upon a star, Blue. I know the skies get blue sometime in the daytime. You know what I'm saying? Where you can't see the stars. You know what I'm saying? But you know they there. So I'm going to take this as a daytime type of thought you had when you can't really see what the stars look like. You know what I'm saying? If you want to return back when the sky isn't blue and the scatter is going away and you can see the stars flickering, you know what I'm saying, up there, but you think they're close enough to touch them. Well, there's a way. El Chin Checker allows a freaking first class ticket for them opposition to go see them stars there, Blue. Yeah, and Chin Checker just sent VIP first class ticket Frank Martin to see those stars you talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you say you can't see what you can't hit, no, it's see, you can't see the stars during the daytime, but you can at night. You can see them. And Tank is gonna see Shakur Stevenson because most of the time when they fight is at night. So expect him to send Shakur Stevenson up there next on a first class flight, man, to see them stars. He can see them. He can see them. You're talking about doing a day. See, right now you're talking about doing a day, but we're talking about at night. Most of the time the fight happened at night. You know what I'm saying, Blue? We can see the stars up there, Glivin. We don't have to touch them. But one thing we know about El Chinchak, he be sending fighters up there first class tickets to the constellation. You know what I'm saying? And then when they return with 2 to 3 credits if they want to take up college classes on astrology. Because the whole time they up there, they looking around. Dang, Blue never told me it was going to look like this up here. Man, just floating around. Wow. And they just don't know that they're asleep at the time. Real talk. So, yeah, you can say all you want, talk about you can't hit what you can't see. Man, how many fighters do you think went in there with Tank who had that same thought process to my, you know what, I got good foot movement and everything, you know what I'm saying, I'll be able to elude them punches. How many fighters do you think had that same fight plan? How many do you think? Seriously. Just curious. I mean, he's not a ticket seller. Did you not see the thumbnail I put up here? That Blue, are you this is a period of instructions, the POI that Blue. Tank is on different types of clouds, brother. He's on different types of clouds. For him to fight Shakur Stevenson, from my understanding, he's fighting Vasily Lomachenko next, man. It's what do they always say, Blue? Boxing is a business first, there, Blue. Not a bumblebee. It's a business first, brother. You know all them, but brother, business, boxing, all them B words. You know what I'm saying? Shakur has to get better. You know what I'm saying? So he can be a part of the business. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying, bro. They're going to bring the salt out for Shakur. Dang, why, man? We got women in here just being just as savage as the men. She said he's going to bring out the salt, the smelling salt. All I know is I remember Frank Martin turning to Javante and saying, you up here acting like you going to step on something. You ain't stepping on nothing. You act like you going to step on something. Step on something. And goddamn it, the Tank didn't step over that dude, reminded me of Tyrone Lue when he was stretched out at Allison Ivan. Why you had to do that to the brother? He hit the shot and stepped over the man. Tank landed 2 of them and stepped over that man to go to the neutral corner, take off his seatbelt, cleared for takeoff, backflipped. Come on, man. Come on, man. One thing I can say, Blue, if you're gonna, I'm pretty sure you're gonna be around at that time when this fight is made. The good thing about it is that you will be able to join the panel, you know, while we're celebrating, somewhat like the Errol Spence Terrence Crawford situation. But this time you would have been on the wrong side of boxing. But you will be able to join the panel while we're discussing what we just witnessed. Now, and the crazy part about it, Shakur Stevenson may go out earlier than what Frank Martin did. At least Frank Martin, let's give it up for him. Frank was trying to throw them hands. He landed some shots now. Frank was trying what he was trying. He was trying what he was trying, bro. Real talk. He was trying what he was trying. but I don't think you understand what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Jessica said they're gonna have to get that man smelling salt. Do you agree with her there, Blue? Do you agree? There's a reason that man is in the dark and the light is shining down on him. El Chin Checker has arrived. You better screenshot that, Blue. You better screenshot that, man. Screenshot it, man. Screenshot it. Because I don't want you feeling no type of way to my man. I was going to start my channel up, man. But goddamn it, Shakur, man. I put my money on you, dog. Oh, my God. You went out in 5 rounds? God damn. You trying to tell me Frank went it to 9 and you went out in 5? I'm telling you, man. But hey, y'all, it's about 2 hours, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't y'all never forget, you know, Jahad Tucker has a fight coming up real soon. Don't forget to follow him on social media, man. That's one of the most talented upcoming rising fighters in the sport of boxing. You know what I'm saying? Jahad Tucker is a bad man. Real talk. He's a bad man. But to Blue Hustle and many other listeners that tuned in today. You know what I'm saying? And big shout out to the News by Shaw News, man. Great work this weekend covering the fight, especially getting your daughters involved in the media game and everything, and getting that catalog and portfolio built up, man. Salute to you. Great work. Great work. Shout out to Team Tucker. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Team Tucker in the building. But what I wanted to say about Blue and a lot of other people that's talking about Shakur Stevenson stuff, me doing this boxing stuff, I can only tell you what I know and what I've experienced and what I research and read up on and stuff like that. But one thing I understand that stands out to me is the reaction. And I never want you to show up on, you know, my panel with this look right here. You know what I'm saying? I never want Blue Hustle to be looking at me like this. Not the me being Errol Spence. I don't want you to have that DJ, that Diddy James look on your face after Shakur Stevenson is still missing. You know what I'm saying? Once Javante landed that shot on him, you know what I'm saying? And that sparring session they just put out where he had to tell somebody, hey, hold up. He had to recover. I don't want him giving you that Diddy James look there, Blue. I don't want you giving me that Diddy James look. Real talk. I don't want you looking at me like that, man. Through me. Saying, man, damn. I can't believe. I don't want you to have that look on your face, bro. I don't want you to have that look. Remember, it's in good faith. But if Javante and you know, Shakur Stevenson ever fight, it's just some about these frames that's seriously gonna come back to reality. You know what I'm saying? It just seems like they're gonna all come back to reality. You know what I'm saying? And then not only that, if we want to talk about something that is more current, recent that we've witnessed, you know what I'm saying? Something that we've seen when it boils down to where's that picture at? You got to remind people of Mr. El Chin Checker has dynamite in both of his hands. You know what I'm saying? But let me find this photo right quick, just to remind people that El Chin Checker is not to be played with. If you look in this photo, this frame, right? Javante is asking Keyshawn Davis, are you sure? You know what I'm saying? And he's going to be asking Shakur Stevenson, are you sure? But if you look to the far right frame, Harvey Dock had to basically help Javante Davis over the casualty that was barely breathing, so he wouldn't step on his enemy's head, the casualty, victim. He had to make sure that his feet didn't come down and obstruct the airway when Tank was walking over Frank Martin, who was in the stars. Okay? In the stars, y'all. Frank is now thinking about becoming an astronaut because he says what he's seen up there while Tank had knocked him out, he said it was beautiful. It made him want to look. He said he wanted to become the next Terrence Howard. He wanted to talk about, reinventing what they know about space. That's what Tank did. He changed his whole mindset. He changed his whole mindset. He wanted to be an astronaut. Tank said, man, you wouldn't believe what I said. You know how they talk about aliens? Aliens do exist. I seen them. I seen them. This guy was hurt, and Shakur didn't go in for the kill. He should have made a statement. He played it safe. When Tank fight, how many people in attendance? Tank is the cash cow. Now he must see. Yeah, man. It gets a little touchy when you, cause look, no matter how many people Tank knock out, they keep acting like this man is too small to do damage. And look, this dude's up here doing backflips, joking, laughing. And then Frank Martin goes in there looking like goddamn Skeletor and shit. This mug up here looking like Skeletor, dog. I'm like, what the fuck? What's wrong with you, man? Why are you looking so dent? What's wrong with you, man? You look famished. You wasn't being fed properly. You look famished. It looks like you look parched, like you're thirsty, dehydrated. This man got behind it. That's all, folks. Like the man can barely talk. And then he rehydrated. He was like, oiled all up. Yeah, it's going to come down to, I'm going to show Tank I'm different. And I'm going to prove it to him. You know what I'm saying? I'm cut. I'm built. I've been through this. I'm the right man for the job. Bing, bing. Bing, bing. Hey, man, he was up there talking with Neil deGrasse, man. Hey, Neil. I see you all the time, man, talking about astrology and everything, man. Science, physics. Man, the shit you was talking about up there was real, dog. I think we can inhabit Pluto. For real. I think we can inhabit Pluto, dog. It just takes a little bit of time, man. When I was up there, I didn't need any breathing equipment, no breathing apparatus. I was doing it on my own. And they'll say, yes, my friend, you were. That's because you were asleep. Now, I'm going to snap my finger and you're going to wake up. See ya. Oh, man. It said Tank and Karen both made excuses on why they don't want to fight. Shakur is going to run around the ring. That's their words. Well, I can't say or go behind what Calvin and Kenny is saying. They've been with Tank since he was 7 years of a youngin, bro. 7 years of youngin, man. Like, if that's what they feel, I don't think you should put it as if they're scared, though. I don't think these cats are scared at all. It's just they want big money fights. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's different. Like, you probably saying to yourself, well, Lomachenko, he's taking L's already. This and that. But somehow Lomachenko is the freaking golden child, bro. Shakur Stevenson is not the golden child. He's not. Shakur lose right now. It's going to take him longer than Lomachenko to get a big money fight. You know what I'm saying? He ain't Lomachenko. But Lomachenko is a 3-way world champion too, man. You know what I'm saying? So once Tank go in here and roll over Lomachenko, it's not going to do anything for Shakur getting the fight because Tank, once again, has showed the people that he's that guy. That's all. He's showing them that he's that guy continuously. Shakur is going to have to fight somebody to fight Abdullah Mason, man. He got buzz going right now. Fight freaking Floyd Schofield, man. Keyshawn Davis. Fight one of them, bro. Come on, man. Come on. You need some repair. Fight them, man. As good as Shakur may be, he isn't an entertaining fighter. Fans walking out during his fight speaks for itself. F all the accolades Shakur may have in legacy. Dang, Victor feels some type of way. Dang. I can't say F a man's accolades and everything because he earned those. That's just like saying somebody say F my career, which, it's people that said that. But I say, man, I sacrificed and I earned that, man. Like, no, you can't say F that. I mean, I've earned, I can't say F his accolades. If you want to say F his legacy when it comes in comparison to Tank Davis, then a lot of people's going to have comparable argument. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna dichotomize it and then say this is what I think on this side, this is what I think on the other side. They're gonna take their slices of pies and they're gonna do deductive reasoning and say this is where I come to as far as formulating my opinion to say why I'm right. Tank Davis has this, Shakur has this, and this is why I'm formulating da da da. I mean, when it comes to resume, yeah, it's always room for debate, but to just say F they legacy, I mean, these are amateur. Like these guys are proven amateurs. They have distinguished amateur careers and shit. Especially Shakur and Keyshawn Davis and Lomachenko and all these guys, man. Andy Cruz. And matter of fact, that's the name I kept forgetting. Andy freaking Cruz. That's 5 names, bro. Man, that's a boatload of names. Abdullah Mason, Shakur Stevenson, Floyd Schofield, Keyshawn Davis, Andy Cruz. That is a hell of a lot of names for them not to be fighting each other. I can't wait to hear you Tank fans when Shakur wins the fight. Reminder I told also. Let me put that up there so when B Mac dropped the link in the chat and Blue is in the chat and up here talking about, oh man, hey B Mac, the link don't work today, man. What's going, man? My internet, damn. Let me see, man. The link ain't working today for some reason. It ain't working. Dang, it must be too much congestion going on up there or something. Hey, I'm just gonna come back another day, man. The link ain't working. Yeah. Matter of fact, let me see. Matter of fact, I'm gonna screenshot this shit so Blue won't be trying to escape that work. So you won't be no, hold up. So you won't be trying to escape that work. For real, you be trying to escape that work. Let me screenshot that right there. That is good. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. That is documented, archived, and recorded in the catalog. I'm saying boxers like Tank are looking for money fights. It doesn't matter if Shakur has accolades, you're not helping him sell. Hey, facts. Totally agree. But let me put this back up here. I want to put this fight card for you boxing fans to get back happy. August 3rd, LA pay-per-view. You know what I'm saying? Come on, look at that, man. Tim Tszyu versus Virgil Ortiz Jr. is out. Okay. I know this is an old thumbnail, but I just wanted to give you Andy Ruiz versus Jarrell Miller, Jose Valenzuela versus Isaac Cruz. You know what I'm saying? And Terrence Bud Crawford versus Israel Madrimov. That's going to be crazy. Crazy, y'all. That's going to be crazy. But I'm going to end it with this, man. Shout out to Hobson Conceição, man, for being the first recipient of this year's 2024 Christmas gift donor. You know what I'm saying? We donated somehow. We donated a WBC title to him. They robbed Oshaki Foster, and we just want to make sure y'all be sure to screenshot this and put it on freaking IG. Of Christmas came early in Brazil. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Santa. I see you over there. I don't know where the sleigh and reindeer is at, but I hope you didn't park it in the hood because you're gonna come out and be calling the Uber. And what you look like in the Uber, Santa. Y'all hold it down.